So it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition for tonight headlines. We have the consultation meeting to strengthen the national response between the Minister of Health and Communication. For the nationals in Australia, additional months of containment for Sydney and its people. Welcome to our newsroom. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdillah, and the Minister of Communication, Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon, co-chaired this morning's consultation meeting to strengthen the national response against the COVID-19 virus at the offices of the Minister of Health in the presence of their collaborators. The important points discussed during the meeting were the reinforcement of the vaccination, the tests, and the media awareness campaign against COVID-19 in view of the risk of propagation of the virus, especially the Delta virus. Measures and are being taken to reinforce the sanitary control against COVID-19 in all the access points to the borders of our country. During the meeting was widely emphasized the importance of vaccination and COVID-19 tests. This will be extended to Peltier Hospital and polyclinics as well as to the interior regions. The Minister of National Education Vocational Training, Mustafa Muhammad Mahamoud, laid the foundation stone of the high school in Mulud in the regions of Dekhel on Sunday. The locality of Mulud was in effervescence, and the entire population of the village was gathered in the school compound of Mulud to welcome the Ministers of the National Education Vocational Training and his colleagues of decentralization, Qasim Harun Ali. Yesterday, the Mulud had a double reason to be proud. Not only did the children of Mulud with 74% success rate in the baccalaureate win the gold medals in the regional ranking, but they also obtained it as a reward the construction of a high school in Mulud. The delegation led by the Minister of National Education Vocational Training took place at the ceremony site. An important workshop to validate the activities and skills of the two BTS in civil engineering was held at the People's Palace on 28 July, organized by the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training with the collaborations of the Ministry of City, Planning and Housing. This work follows a collaborative process between the two ministries that have worked together to identify these two BTS, BTS in Conduct and Constructionist Work and BTS in Constructionist Economics. This workshop saw the participation of representatives of the two ministries, the technical advisors of the Ministry of City, Urban Planning and Housing, Mr. Ahmed Mohammed, and the director of the ETP who launched the activities. The private sectors, including the building sectors, was widely represented with the participation of about 15 companies that have sent engineers. The latter have actively participated in exchanges with the specialists from MENFOP and the Ministry of City Planning, Housing, thus illustrating the importance of public-private partnership in this activity. Let's listen to the participant reactions.
My name is Mohammed Bouh. I am presenting Habon Construction, the private sector of the construction. And today we have a meeting and a consulting with the MANFOP to develop the private sector and the construction task that was to upgrade our construction status in the educational part. So we are here to present our private sectors, and that was included Habon Construction. So we are very excited today. We have a good work with the educational MANFOP that was to develop the tasks in the practically and the office.
The Minister of Trade, Tourism, Mohammed Warsama Diri, undertook from 26 to 27 July 2021 a working visit to Ankara, Turkey, to respond to the invitations of his counterpart, the Minister of Trade of Turkey. The main objective of the minister's mission is, on the one hand, to bring to the international level the reforms undertaken by the Republic of Djibouti in the field of trade policy, in particular the new national policy of standardizations, and on the other hand, to establish strong partnership with the organizations specialized in standards and quality, such as Turkish Standards Agency and Turkish Halal Accreditation Agency. The various talks held in the various ministers focused, among other things, on ways to further strengthen cooperation relations between the Republic of Djibouti and Turkey, as well as technical cooperation relations in areas of common interest, particularly trade and standardization. Yesterday, Tuesday, July 27, the Minister of Decentralization, Qasim Harun Ali, received a lively, friendly welcome with traditional dances and popular music from the Ali Sabih. After a brief visit to the prefect, the minister, accompanied by the prefect of the region, Musa Adan Migane, went to the headquarters of the regional council on his arrival. The minister, to explain the purpose of his visit to an audience composed of elected officials of the region, representative of the deconcentrated services, civil society organization, the elders, and parliamentarians. By speaking to an audience consisting of elected officials of the region, representative of the decentralized services, civil society organization, elders, and member of the parliament. The Minister of Decentralization, Qasim Harun Ali, particularly insisted on the fact that the participation of the population in the decision-making process and the integrity of decision makers is an essential condition for maintaining good governance. The minister delegate in charge of decentralization immersed himself in the various administrative services located in the premises of the regional council, working for the benefit of the population, such as the civil studies offices. After his meeting with the spokespersons of the Ali Sabih people, the member of the government went to the headquarters of the local treasury to inquire about the state of the collection of the regional taxes. After this step, the authorities of the regions led the distinguished visitor to the headquarters of the Ali Sabih Road Agency, better known as AVAS. The visit of the ministers ended at the new railway stations of the new electrified railway line located some 3 kilometers from the city. The Minister of Health launched a training of trainers workshop on the baby-friendly hospital initiative programs for health professionals in the maternity and neonatal services of the public-private sectors. Note the presence of the Director of Health, Mothers and Children, Ms. Fatuma Ali Abdallah, at this session of launching the training. This is the launch of a training of the trainers of the BHFI programs, which focuses on the objectives of improving the reception of newborns and encouraging breastfeeding for optimal support of parents during pregnancy, birth, and also during the stay in the services. Indeed, this training will cover 200 participants from Djibouti city and regions who will be trained for the implementation of the 12 recommendations in the 7 maternities of the country. For the international scene in Australia, COVID-19 an additional month of confinement for Sydney and its inhabitants. Since June 30, the biggest cities of Australia is under confinement. The end of the lockdown has already been postponed twice and is now scheduled to end on August 28 for its 5 million inhabitants, while demonstrations against the confinement took place in the world, in particular in Australia last week. The inhabitants of Sydney will have to be patient and spend 1 more month in confinement, a decision motivated on Wednesday by the local authorities, which invoke always more numerous contaminations for weak rate of vaccination. Australia's largest city was originally scheduled to end its 5-week lockdowns on July 13, but the restrictions have been extended by 4 weeks until August 28. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.